Hi friends, welcome back. My name is Lisa and this is Our Life on a Dime. So today we're just going to do a little sit and chat, so stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so I just wanted to wish everyone who's a dad out there a happy Father's Day. Today is Father's Day and we are celebrating by going to the range. We're very active at the gun range and we like to do it as a hobby, so it's something we do for fun. We've had a super busy weekend. Hubby's birthday was on Friday, so we have just been going non-stop. How are you guys doing this summer? Have you guys been making any summer plans or doing anything fun? We just basically do a lot of, going to the range, doing a lot of thrifting and estate sales. We enjoy that. And swimming and just getting out and enjoying the beautiful weather. And just looking at my greenhouse. My greenhouse is tipped over. What the heck? We have some bad weather or something I don't know about. What the heck is going on? And they were secured down with cinder blocks. So I'm going to have to get over there and find out what happened over there. So see what happens when you don't come out and check on your garden for a few days. But anyways, so yeah, everything is looking pretty good as far as my fruit trees. We have been enjoying our mangoes. Been picking a lot of mangoes and grapes. We've been enjoying some red grapes, which are our first year doing that, and I will definitely be planting more of those. And just a lot of other different things are growing. So, but we have trouble right now because the heat is so extreme that we have trouble with like lettuces and things that are like kind of delicate. They don't do very well this time of year, but your fruit trees and your brassicas, like right now I'm sitting next to cabbage I stuck inside. I planted some cabbage seeds inside my blueberry pot, and those are doing good. So anything that's got like a thick skin seems to be doing well right now. And my moringa tree has tons and tons of pods. They're doing well. Sorry for the noise. The neighbors are enjoying their Father's Day swimming and celebrating in the pool. So, what else? What else is going on? Been doing a lot of work with my reselling, my side hustle. My side hustle's doing very good. I've been selling on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and all those, but now I've stepped it up and I'm doing Whatnot, and Whatnot is a great way to clear out inventory that you no longer want to list, or stuff that's been listed online for a long time you just don't want to hold on to anymore. You can throw it up into a Whatnot auction, and I've been doing really good with that, and I'm glad that I signed up for it. It's a little intimidating doing a live auction, but once you do it a few times then it just becomes, like no big deal. So I'll leave my link in the description below if anyone's interested in buying or selling on Whatnot. I have links for both of them. If you sign up with my link to buy stuff, I think it's a $15 free credit. And if you decide to sell on Whatnot, I think I have a $150 credit that you could use when you do your first show. I think when you make your first sale, you get a credit through Whatnot, so it's really good. And what else is going on? Frugal grocery tips. I wanted to talk about some frugal grocery tips because I have not been doing a lot of grocery shopping. I just haven't had the money. So I find that if I have to go to the grocery store every week, I spend 10 times more money. I used to be able to go once a month, and I could usually do a whole month of groceries for like $300. Whereas if I have to go in every week, I spend half that in 1 week easily. So it just saves you a lot of money. So my tip for today is to cut down on going to the grocery store and try and get as much as you can for a month, and then just go back and pick up your perishables like your produce and your milk and bread and whatever. Just go pick those things up when you need to. But it helps you out financially if you're not walking in a grocery store every single week or every couple of days. It's actually harder. It's hard for me to shop that way because I find that I can't. It's instilled in my brain to pick up quantity because I just trained myself that way. If I see something on sale, I'll pick up 4 or 5 of them and try not to have to buy that for a little bit, especially in the summertime. We live in Florida and everything is seasonal, so our work is seasonal, so you can make more money in the wintertime or in the fall than you do in the summer. The summertime is like our slow time, so it's a good way to, like, if you've been shopping throughout the year, to stock up on like cleaning supplies and paper products. And I think that's why you don't see a lot of that in my grocery hauls, because I stock up on that and have it on hand. I will buy like a case of like 80 Scott toilet tissues through Amazon, and that will last us for 6 months. I don't even know, a long time. I think I do like once a year. We don't have to go run into the store every time. So yes, I just wanted to share that little tip with you. I did try and go to the farmer's market last week and do a farmer's market challenge, and if you saw my last video, you'll see how that went. It was not a very good success, since I guess the local farmers are just not selling locally. They're doing commercial. We have a big farm here, and it's I guess they do potatoes, and that's just commercial. You can't just go in there and buy. They distribute their stuff to like the potato manufacturers. So anyway, so that's that. So right now I'm on a lookout for a co-op to do like a weekly or every other week co-op for produce, and see if I could get some fresh produce that way to save money. I used to be able to get one box every week through this one local co-op, and it was very, very reasonable. I think it was like $25, and it gave you like 8 different items, give you like 2 apples, a bunch of bananas, and you would get like maybe like 8 or 9 different items in your box for like $25. But something happened to that company, and we just stopped ordering from them. But I would love to see if I can find another company that does such a thing, because then you always have fresh produce on hand. And I guess that's about it, guys. I just wanted to touch base with everyone. I haven't been putting up a lot of videos lately. We've been super busy. Now it's summertime, so you're constantly on the go, and sometimes hubby's just like, can't we just do something without making a video? So I've been trying to cut back on videoing everything that we're doing. So but hope everybody's doing well, and doing what they can to stay afloat financially and stuff like that. It's seems to always be a challenge, but now especially there's a lot of drama or talk or whatever about food stamps and people who are receiving food stamps and stuff like that. And my heart goes out to them, because I could not imagine being dependent on that and then having that taken away, because that's pretty much my biggest bill is our groceries. So I couldn't imagine if that money was taken away from us. if we were receiving free, free help from the state, and then they took that away. So I think they should have done something like maybe like a gradual decrease, but to just take that away from families, I don't think was a good idea. I think even whether they deserved it or not, that's, that's got to be, I don't even know how to put it into words. That's got to be a drastic change to your life. It's like, where do you come up with that? And, I'm seeing online, people that are, have 2 or 3 kids, and they're spending thousands of dollars on food. And I'm thinking, I don't think I could spend that, amount of money. But if you become dependent on it, once you get used to that, having that money on the EBT to spend, you become dependent on it, and you become used to spending that kind of money. Whereas if you have less of it, you just learn how to budget better and do better things with that money. But yeah, it's a very tricky situation, I guess, and I pray for all of those families that are being impacted right now. And from what I understand, they're putting work requirements if you're receiving EBT and you're able to work. They're putting that requirement on it. So guys, we just gotta pray. And that's another thing. It's like, if you have kids and now you're told you have to work, it's like that just opens up a whole new can of worms. Now you got to figure out daycare, and what are you going to do with your kids? And I don't know. I'm a Republican, but I don't agree with them stripping families completely all at once, because as with anything, you just get used to having that money, and it becomes like a rude awakening. Oh, did you guys see that blue jay? The blue jay just flew up in that tree. But I hope everybody's doing well and finding the resources that they need to utilize food pantries if you're still able to have those in your area. That's another thing I'm hearing, that food pantries are being defunded. That hasn't happened in my area yet. I think that becomes like a state thing. If your governor is funding it or not. I know in Florida they have heavily funded that. So, see the blue jay. See if I can zoom in on him. Oh, that is so cute. I love sitting out here and just watching the birds until they start eating my grapes. Yeah, found out that a lot of my grapes got eaten by the birds, but we share. You gotta share. So I tried putting out water and food for the birds, but they would rather have my fresh grapes and tomatoes and stuff like that. So, but anyways, like I said, where I was saying before, I hope everybody's doing well and finding the resources that they need. I'm getting a lot of comments about people saying, well, we don't get that kind of food at our food pantry, or you get way more than, we do at ours. And the only thing I could say to you is not all food pantries are treated equally. When I first found a mobile food pantry, it was a box of food which had like maybe 5 or 6 items in it, and I think a lot of you guys called it like a senior box. And we were doing that every week. I did it like 4 or 5 times, and then of course, because now that's something I'm doing, now all of a sudden they decided to change locations because it was becoming so crowded with the cars that it was creating accidents. So they moved the location like way far away. I mean, like, I have to get a ride to go to the food pantry, so it just was not something that I could do any longer. So I just went online and I looked up mobile food pantries in my area, and I was able to find one that is literally a heck of a lot closer, and they offer better products. So the only thing I can say to you is if you're going to a food pantry right now and they do not offer a good selection, I would look around, because you'll find one, whether it be through your state or through your local churches. The only thing I can say about the local churches is that I think they're the ones that take personal donations, and personal donations, I noticed, is a lot of expired food. People donate their nearly expired food, so you're not really, I don't know, to me it's just, I mean, I'm sure people are grateful that they're there, but it's just a different program, way they do their program, whereas the one I'm going to now is government state funded, and it's through the local food stores where they're getting pallets of food from the stores versus personal donations. And that just makes a big difference, I think. So look around, shop around. I think it's, I want to say 211 or 411. And you could call that number, and they give you like local programs in your area. I'm not really sure. I never did that, but I've heard about that before. There's like a number you can call, and it will give you resources in your area. Oh, here comes a plane. It's that time of day. All right, guys. I hope I wasn't mumbling too much out here. I just was a little thrown by my greenhouse being knocked over like that, especially since it was had cinder blocks on top of the green tarp to keep it from, and I had ones in the middle of the inside pulling it down. I had rope tied to cinder blocks, and it still flipped over. So I'm thinking, like, what the heck happened here? My fence is kind of knocked over, and we must have had like some kind of storm or something, and I just never realized how bad it was. It was something because we were out or something. I'm not really sure. But all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it useful in some way, shape, or form. Hope everybody's doing good, enjoying their Father's Day, and enjoying time with family, because that's what this is all about, spending time with family. So, all right, guys, hope you have a great day, and until next time, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, share this out to somebody who could use this kind of information. And until next time, guys, thanks so much, and stay blessed.